Okay, hi everybody. This guy we are having on the channel today, let me just tell you a bit of his credentials, okay? If you're on Shopify and not using his app, ReConvert, okay, I don't know what the hell you're doing, okay? Let me show you his credentials first. Okay, so he's an e-commerce god. He's working with everybody from beginners to nine-figure e-commerce entrepreneurs, over 10,000 customers, Shopify partner, king of upsells, seven-figure SaaS entrepreneur, CEO of ReConvert, and overall, very nice human being. Okay, calling all the way from Tel Aviv, Israel. Let's welcome Eric Aria Evenheim. Okay, thank you, Aria, for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the kind words. I think it's a little over booming now that you say that, but I think, yeah. So just to give you some extra background, first of all, I started as a merchant back in 2015. I started my first dropshipping store, failed miserably for about 3 years, and then eventually managed to scale it up to about $1 million in monthly revenue. Back in the day when we actually eventually got some success, I just realized that I didn't like this business model, but I was really into different apps and technologies coming up to the market all the time. And I always like looking at the app store, see what's coming up. And, because I had 3 years in the ecosystem as a merchant, or even more, it was like 4 years, I decided to start building solutions for merchants. And I knew very well what was missing because I was a merchant. I looked at the entire range of things you need to take care of when you're a Shopify merchant. We do have 5 different Shopify apps on the market, but yeah, the main one is ReConvert. We have a little over 35,000 Shopify stores using it, and we just released a new version. I don't think you must use ReConvert. There are different alternatives on the market, so if you pick another competitor, that's completely fine. But I do have one message for everyone who's watching. If you're not currently using post-purchase, one-click upsells and optimized thank you pages, you're literally leaving like 10% extra revenue, pure revenue, without any like acquisition cost on the table. So you really need to take care of this part of the funnel. Most stores kind of leave the funnel as ending in the purchase, but actually it's much easier to reconvert these customers right after they completed the first purchase. And if you want some extra data, and this is something from my years at running ReConvert, we now know that on average a customer, depends if it's a dropshipping store, then a customer goes back to the thank you page about 4.2 times per orders to track on their orders, and then you get extra times to get them to convert again, so you can display different offers through transactional emails from Shopify, like shipping confirmation, order confirmation. All of these emails get the customer back to the thank you page, where you can really re-optimize it, and you can actually create different offers based on the state of the customer. So if he just completed the order, you can display one offer. If he comes back to track the order, you can display a different offer. So you can really take it up to the next level. So again, on dropshipping store, it's 4.2 times per order on average, because shipping times takes usually a little bit longer. With more, let's say, I don't want to call it dropshipping, but with stores with lower shipping times, usually it's about 2.2 times per order. So just so there's plenty of potential on this page. If you look at any reputable store or a marketplace like Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, all of these marketplaces really, really, really optimize these pages. So you do want to make sure you take care of these. So yeah, that's like general recommendation for everybody. So yeah, do you want to move on, like for me to share the screen and give some explanation about the app?
Sure. So just to give you guys context, right? So ReConvert has been around for a while. Now Aria and his team, has a new product update and stuff like that. So we just wanted to show you, from the founder perspective, okay, why they built this product, how to use this product, how to actually get success and increase average order value as well. Okay. So yeah, Aria, go ahead. You can share your screen. I gave you a host.
I'll share my screen. Let me just open up the app on the App Store just to show you around. So if you just type down Upsell, we are ranked number 1 currently on the App Store, just to give you some background on the app. And we do care a lot about customer support, and we try to win at everything we do. So we try to make the product as good as we can. Support is something we never compromise on. We have 24/7 live chat support in the app. So if you need help with anything, you can always reach out to the support team and they will help you with anything. As you can see, we have perfect score on the App Store with a little over 2,500 reviews. Basically what the app does, we provide great analytics and very easy user experience. You don't need to be an expert in e-commerce. You don't need to be an expert or developer or anything like that. Everything is drag and drop. Everything is super simple. We also have like one-click activation if you want to get started quick and you just want the extra revenue, you don't want to customize anything. In terms of pricing, just so you don't get surprised, the way it works is, first of all, you get 30 days free trial no matter what you do, okay? And then after 30 days, we count the number of orders you had. And then if you have less than 50 orders a month, the app is 100% free. You don't have to worry about it. And then the prices change as you grow. And as you grow, usually you'll get better discounts. So if you have between 50 to 100 orders, it's $8 a month. If you have between $100 to $200, it's $15 a month. And then it grows as you grow, but the price per order goes down, and usually the ROI goes up as you grow. So the bigger you are, the more profit you're going to make out of it. So this is about the pricing. If you have more questions about the pricing, you can just go to our website. There's the pricing page, everything in there. We don't hide anything or anything like that. All right. So when you first install the app, that's what you're going to see. There's, again, the pricing table. No point in going through it. And just approve the payment and move on to the next step.
Is this a real life store? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Or...
I mean, it's a dev store, but it's
Okay.
a Shopify store, so it's pretty much the same. Okay, so let me just change one thing here that I forgot changing, and it's important. So we released a new feature that Shopify released a few months ago for one-click post-purchase upsells. And basically what it does is it's adding a new page between the checkout and the thank you page. And this page allows you to display one-click post-purchase offers that the customer can add to his offer with a single click without having to re-enter their payment details. And if you set it up right, the conversion rate on these upsells can go up to 20% easily. Okay, you just need to figure out what works best. Luckily for you, I have all the best practices here, and we even made it better and easier for you to get started with. Okay, so when you first install the app, you're going to see this page. It's very likely that it's going to look like this. Shopify added one settings in the checkout settings of the Shopify dashboard that allows you to pick the post-purchase upsell app. You can only have one like this because there's only one page that can be loaded. So first, check the status. As you can see, post-purchase app is not ReConvert. If I click check status, it's telling me that it's still not configured. If I'm going to click this page, it's going to take me right to the place where I need to pick ReConvert. Click on ReConvert and just click save, okay? Now, if I'm going to go back to the page here, and there are instructions here, there's also how to get started video. So we also added videos everywhere, so it's going to be easier for you to get started. Now, if I check status again, you can see that now ReConvert is configured as my post-purchase upsell app, and we can get started. Now, to get started, you have three ways. The one that I'm going to recommend the most, because we analyzed over, I think, 50,000 stores over time and came up with a funnel that includes all of the best practices, including time-sensitive offers, discount distribution to make sure that you don't give away the maximum amount of discounts you have to, completely optimized thank you page, and it's all personalized based on the customer experience to make sure that you have everything you need. It's also customizable in terms of language and design. It's automatically withdrawing all the design settings from your stores to make sure that it looks very native and it doesn't look different to customers or weird or broken or anything like that. If you have a store in French, everything is automatically going to be in French for your customers. So you don't have to worry about all of these things. We really worked hard to make it simple and quick for you to get started. So all you have to do, if you want to get started quick, you just need to let us know what is the maximum amount of discount you're willing to offer customers post-purchase in order to reconvert them. Now, it's important to understand that you do need to provide kind of a large discount in order to get customers to reconvert, because they just completed the purchase. There is a good chance they also use the discount during checkout. So it's better to provide like a bigger discount if you want them to, take the extra step and get this extra item. Now, you also need to have in mind that for this extra revenue, you don't have the acquisition cost. You already acquired a customer. Okay, so you can afford a bigger discount on these extra items, and it's not going to harm your performance in different marketing platforms, just like if you want to think about it this way. So let's say that the maximum amount I'm willing to offer is 20%. I can change it here, and in the description, you're going to see exactly what's been added to your post-purchase funnels and thank you page, and you can see that the maximum amount of discount is not going to be more than your max discount. We will try to provide lower discount and still convert, but if it doesn't work, we will come up with a bigger discount to make sure that eventually it works. Now, this is the easiest way to get started. If I'm going to click publish, it's going to be effective on my store and it's going to start working. If you don't want to do that, if you want to first customize other things, you can click on I'll do it later. And then you have two options: either use our pre-made funnel, but just don't make it live yet, so you can edit and customize everything you want, or just create an empty funnel from scratch. We'll go through it in a second, but I'm just going to go back. And I think I'm just going to activate it with, let's say, 30% max discount. I think it's a good number. And I'm going to hit publish. Now, we are generating the funnel in the background according to whatever is relevant to this store. And now I'm going to be redirected to my funnel editor. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. And you can see a success message. Congratulations, ReConvert is now active. That's it. You see one click and it's good to go. And it's already fully optimized with best practices. And in our experience, every time merchants change anything, it works not as good as the conversion monster funnel. So yeah, it's now active. I'm going to close this. And this is the funnel editor. There are help videos all over the place. If you click the help video, you will see an active help video and you can play with it. You can see the funnel name here. You can have multiple funnels. We'll go through it in a second. So every funnel starts when an order is completed. And then you have a trigger. By default, it's set to all orders because we do want to display these offers as often as possible. We don't want to have any orders coming through without having offers displayed. So by default, it's set to all orders, but you can really customize everything. So if you, I guess many of you are using Klaviyo, they have very advanced segmentation option. So we created pretty much the same thing. Everything that is available on the Shopify API is customizable from here. So let's say that I want to display this funnel only for second-time customers who bought specific product and that the cart value was over $100. Okay, let's do that. So let's say that I only want this for a customer, number of orders is larger than one. And I want, let's say, product purchased and then specific product. And I want this to be, let's say, this product. I don't really care. And I want it to be from the order details, order value is larger than $100, for example. Okay, so you can do all of that. There's and or conditions. You can do whatever you want with it, and then you can really customize and make it more personalized over time. You can create multiple funnels. I'm just going to set it back to all orders because I just think it makes more sense for the sake of the example. Okay, then comes the upsell. So every time an order is completed, you can display a series of up to 2 different offers to the customer. And then I'm just going to click the expand view. It's going to show me everything. Okay, so the first offer here, as you can see, it's the same product purchased with additional 15% discount, which is 50% of my max discount that I set earlier. Okay, we're going to try to offer the customer get one more for 15% off, only if you take it one. Now, there are tons of analytics here. We made sure that you have the ability to see everything and make decisions based on, data and not just out of your intuition. You can customize the offer from here. If you want to, you know what, let's make it a little different. So we have first offer, which is the same product purchased at additional 15% discount. If it declines the offer, we're going to display the same product purchased, last chance, this is a downsell with the max discount, which is 30%. So we offer the same product, then if he declines it, again, the same product. And if he accepts it, we're going to display a product recommended by Shopify, again, with the max discount. Either way, when it's done, the funnel ends with a thank you page. And let's say that you want to edit it, you can click the customize button, and then you're going to see the familiar, if you are familiar with ReConvert, the familiar thank you page editor. It's all drag and drop. It's already fully optimized according to your max discount. You can add different widgets. We have like 16 different widgets to add to the thank you page. Again, there is a help video here. If you need help to learn more about the thank you page editor, if you need help with any specific widget, you can just click the help video inside the widget to get specific help video for that widget. And again, there's the live chat available for you. Okay. Now let's say that I want to replace this offer with a different offer. I'm just going to delete the second offer. I can either add a downsell or a thank you page. I'm going to add a downsell. You can pick one from your existing offers, but I'm just going to create a new one. And this is what the offer editor looks like for the post-purchase offers. By the way, am I moving too fast? Do you think it's okay, the pace I'm going on?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. All right, perfect. So this is what it looks like. Again, you can see that the design settings are already being withdrawn from the store. I don't need to change anything. The language is available, the colors are available, the fonts are the same as in my store. By the way, it shows a skeleton because this shows a dynamic option for the product. But if I choose a specific product, I'm going to see all the product details, and then I'm going to be able to, display different variables based on that product. So you see this product have like quantity picker, size, and color. There are tons of customization options. You can add discounts, shipping, timers. You can customize the button a little bit. And by the way, one of the things we've done is we made the decline button as a link. So it's going to be less obvious and permanent so that it just gets much higher conversion rate. The decline button, you can make it primary button as well. You can also make it secondary. These are some things that the other apps kind of don't provide. I'm not saying that they're not good, but this is something we added that I think had a lot of additional value. And you can, again, really customize everything. I'm not going to save this. Once it's done, I'm just going to hit save, and pretty much that's it. If I go back to my dashboard now, what the ReConvert dashboard looks like is something in the lines of this. you're going to see some data, once orders starting to come in, you're going to start seeing data, including how much revenue was generated, the conversion rate, average value increase, ROI, all of that. You can see your default funnel, which is the funnel that's going to be displayed every time that none of the other triggers are being met and none of the other funnels. So this is like an insurance that you're going to keep displaying offers to customers. Okay, now if you want to create a new funnel, you can just click here, and I'm just going to set up another similar template with 20% max discount, just to show you one concept that is important for you to know. And this is for those of you that really want to take it to the next level with triggers. Let's say that I want to create a specific funnel for second-time buyers. Okay, I'm going to give it the name of second-time buyers, and I'm going to set it to customer information. And then we got number of orders is 2. Okay, let's say that the rest of the funnel doesn't really matter. You can customize it however you want. Let's say I created this funnel and I have the default conversion monster funnel. And let's say that I want to change the priority. I mean, let's say that you created multiple funnels, but 2 of them are getting triggered together. How can we decide which one is more important, which one should be displayed? So now you can see here in the funnels, this is the funnel section in the dashboard that allows me to see all the available funnels I got. What we did is we just added priority. So you see the second-time buyer is at the top, and then below that, we got the conversion monster, which is the default. Okay, let's say that I want the conversion monster or a different funnel to be more important than the other. I can just drag it to the priority above the previous funnel. And then if more than one funnel are being triggered, we're just displaying the one that is higher priority. Okay, yeah, and this is what it looks like. You can also hover here to see exactly what the trigger is to make better decision. Okay, and you can also see some stats about your thank you page. You can see conversion data per widget on the thank you page. If you have multiple widgets, you can see your top performing thank you pages. You can see your top performing funnels and offers. Now, last thing I think we have left to do is just run test order to see what it looks like. I'm just going to turn off this second time buyers one and just show you the conversion monster. Let's have a look at our catalog. Okay, what product do you want to buy?
The hat.
The hat. All right, that's a different app we got. They had this one, the cap. All right, and then just buy now. Don't need my email here. All right, let's place a test order. All right, what do you say? It's going to work?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so this is the post-purchase offer. As you can see, it looks very similar to the offer editor. It's displaying the same product purchased with an additional 15% off. Everything is already automatically. I see that there is an issue here with a specific tag. I'm on it. We're going to fix it. No worries. Bugs happens in real life. That's fine. You can see that everything here is available for you. And if I'm going to click pay now, it's just going to be added to my order with a single click. No need to insert my card details again. Mm-hmm. And now you see the second offer is a product recommended by Shopify with the max discount of 30% discount. You can change different variants if you want. This product have only one image, so don't worry about it. But if you have different images to different variants, it's going to display the relevant one. Okay, now let's say that I'm going to decline this offer. Now I'm going to be redirected to my thank you page, which should be fully optimized according to my thank you page editor, to my conversion monster template. You can see the product was added to my order with additional 15% discount, which in this case is actually $15. And here we got time-sensitive offer with our timer. Again, these are different widgets. You can explore that. This is just like a demo store to show everything you need to see. We got product recommendations on the thank you page. These are all defaults. You can set everything in a single click. Birthday collector, which you can sync with Klaviyo later and then, run birthday sequences to your customers. It converts around like 25% in most stores, which is great. Product upsell that again displays the same product purchase if they want to get another discount. There's also order tracking widget, which you don't see right now because there's no tracking number available for this order, but it's going to be shown if there is a tracking number, social sharing, and that's pretty much it. One thing that I think important to see now is let's just refresh the page and see some of the analytics that are now being populated. I'm just going to insert my birthday here, and I'm just going to click buy now. Okay, so you can see that we have one accepted offer and we have $100 extra. You can see that the additional revenue per order is $100 because we didn't have any orders in that store. But yeah, usually it's going to be a little bit lower, obviously. You can see here that this funnel was displayed once and the conversion rate was 100%. It means that at least one offer from this funnel was accepted. Okay, and the total revenue generated for that funnel. Now, if I go into the offer editor and I'm going to expand view, I'm going to see exactly which offers inside the funnel were displayed, what was the amount of everything. So you can see this had one impression. You can see that it was accepted one time, which is 100%. No declines, no pending, ones that are actually being viewed right now by customers. Revenue, which is how much revenue generated, and closed. These are offers that kind of customers left without even choosing an action. Okay, so these are the options. You can also see the same stats for thank you pages as well. And if you go back to the dashboard again, you can also see an activity report that is going to show you, you can see again, some stats for thank you pages. And below that, you can see activity report, which is how long ago, in what order, which customer did what, and if there is a value to that action, what was the value of that action. So we make sure that you can keep track of everything. That's pretty much it. I can go through tons of other things you can do with the app, but I think these are the main functionalities, and these are the things you need to know. And if you just set it up with a single click with the quick activation, you will be surprised with how well it can affect your stores. If you want, I can maybe later on just share some stats or some screenshots from different merchants, but I'm not allowed to do it right now without their permission. But yeah, we have some stores generating like $150,000 a month just from ReConvert. We have such stores. But generally speaking, if we're looking at averages, it's somewhere between 7 to 12% increase in revenue instantly with a single click without any further optimization. We didn't talk about integrations yet. We have like multiple integrations with different review services, with different automation tools. But yeah, I think we can leave it aside for now and just let me know if you have any other questions or what do you think about what you've seen.
Okay, thanks, Ariel, for the demo. Can I ask for e-commerce business owner, right? They want to upsell, but they don't know like what specific products should they be selling. Can you give advice on, what should they be upselling? Yeah.
Yes. So I would say this, no matter what you do, first of all, have the default funnel as the conversion monster, because then you just make sure that you have this insurance that if there's a specific product that you didn't set upsell to, still something is going to be displayed. Okay. And we also build it in a way that something relevant is going to be displayed, something good is going to be displayed. And from our experience, the best practice is to display the same product purchased with an additional discount. Okay. Now, obviously, if you have specific products that have good cross-sells that you can offer in addition to, let's say you bought a camera and you can display batteries, that's great. But you don't have this for most products, especially if you have like tons of products. That's just not possible. Okay. So we added some AI recommendations and we added the same product purchased. And there are some other dynamic options, but you want to display something as insurance. And for others, you just want to display if you have specific cross-sells. The beautiful thing is it works even with a single product stores. It works. It just works. It works with high ticket items. From what we've seen, you can also add like free gifts if you want. That's an option. That's completely up to you. But yeah, the best practice, you can't say for a specific merchants. Eventually, each merchant know its own brand and they know what's best for them. But again, display the same product purchased. If you have specific cross-sells in mind that you think will work, you can test them. Okay, give it a run, set the funnel, the specific funnel for you. Let's say for a specific product, you want to display a specific offer. Do that, display it for a while, then look at the data. You might be surprised and see that the actual conversion monster works better. And then you just, if it works better, there's no reason to display the other offer. But you can twist it, you can play with it, let the data decide for you. You really can't know what's good content, what's a good offer. That's up to the customers to decide. And luckily for you, we are providing all the analytics you need, I think. If there's anything missing, of course, shoot us messages. We're trying to be as responsive and try to improve the app all the time. These things takes time, but we are trying our best to improve as fast as we can.
Okay. This is like personal question, personal experience, right? So we, for example, use ReConvert and then they buy product number one and then they have upsell and then it's selling the same thing. And then upsell number one is like giving a 15% discount. On the back end, what my customer was spotting was that people are refunding the main product because they were like irritated that the same product, they could have got it cheaper. I don't know, have you ever had that experience and how do you kind of like counter that?
No, first of all right, we need to understand some customers, I don't want to, you know what I'll say. Some customers are assholes and that's fine. Okay. And some of these issues are solved by store policy. It's not about like any automation tool. If customers are asking to refund the cheaper option, you need to say this is a bundle. You get the two products together for this discount. If you want, we can refund the upsell item, but we're not able to refund the most expensive item. This doesn't make sense. I mean, it's best practices across different, Walmart does that. Everybody is doing that. Like you're getting two for cheaper, but you can't get just the cheaper option. It just doesn't work this way. Also, I know that some of you might say that it's too aggressive the way we're doing this. You can always change the settings to be more obvious. If you think that the language is not good enough, you can always change it. Everything is customizable. We also added a few design options that I think most of our competitors are not providing. We worked really hard on it. The thing is, you need to understand that the post-purchase experience is very limited in terms of design. Shopify is loading these pages, and we are very limited in what they're allowing us to load or not. We did, however, try to make it as customizable as possible.
Okay. So, for example, the people who say, oh, my upsell page, I want them to have a video testimonial and stuff like that. It's just more like Shopify is not allowing that. Is that correct?
So right now, video is not an option. If you want to see the available components and then suggest us things based on these components, you can head over to Shopify API docs and search for Argo with post-purchase upsells. You'll see all the elements. I'll tell you that almost nothing is available.
Okay.
Nothing is available yet. Maybe in the future, they're going to add some new things. It's kind of similar to AMP technology, accelerated mobile pages, that allows you to load mobile pages faster, and then you get more SEO power from Google, but it comes on the expense of design. Usually it's very limited because these are components that Google loads for you. Okay, I don't know if Google loads for you, but it's very limited in terms of design.
Understood. Yeah. Next question is, like, for example, they buy main product, it's a consumable, it's like food or whatever. Is there a way to do subscription on the upsell?
Shopify just released an update about subscription. What you can do is you can add an upsell product that is an upsell, but it cannot be related to the original order. So you can add an offer for subscription. There's a checkbox the customer must check by its own. It can't be checked by default. And you can add a subscription, but it cannot be related to the original order. Okay, so that's something you need to understand. It needs to be a different product or a different offer. We didn't build it yet. They just released it like 2 weeks ago. We're still trying to figure out the best way to do that. So yeah, that's something you can do.
Okay. But what's the logic on Shopify end? Like, why would they want a separate product?
I think that Shopify as a platform is also trying to think about customers, and they don't want any customers to get conned by merchants, obviously. So maybe they're just adding like extra security badges. The fact that you can't check the box by default, like there is a checkbox. I understand that I'm subscribing for a monthly recurring something, for example. So customers must check this box, and this is how they kind of defend customers. And then the second is by not making it the same product, probably logically they think that, or psychologically they think that it's going to be more obvious to customers that this is a different offer.
Okay. Second last question. How do you generally think about downsells? Like, consumer psychology is like, you gave them an upsell, they said no, so you're downselling them something, right? So how would you recommend merchants to, like, what should they be selling or what? Yeah.
I would say that downsells should be either just much bigger discount, like something that is your last resort for conversion. So you're saying, again, the max discount, for example. I would say, okay, you know what, take this product. If it doesn't work, you know what, last offer, just take this. I'm not even making any profit. Like that's what you can say, but obviously you need to make some profit, but you need to come up with something that they can't resist. So it can be either a very big discount, or it can be just something that is very small. Like you can show them a product that is, $5 and tell them, okay, take it, only $5, take it, and we're going to donate $1 in your name or something like that. Like, I mean, really think about something that is either very small, so it's a no-brainer for them to add this extra click, or a bigger discount. Okay, but again, it's up to you. And you can also try things that are untangible. If you have insurance, if you have priority on specific orders, if you have like add-ons to the order that are very specific for your store. I mean, you know that, like gift wrapper, anything like that you can add with a single click, but it's very low cost, might do the trick to convert for extras.
Ken, last question from me. This, not sure whether this is a curveball, but most of the Shopify sites are physical product, right? For example, if you're selling digital product like video editing packs or something like that, you can't really upsell the same thing because it doesn't make sense. So in that situation, what do you recommend to people? And what's your advice? Yeah.
So again, there are a few different ways to look at it. First of all, again, as the merchant, as the one who's selling these either courses or digital products or whatever you're selling, you need to know what's the best way to go about this. You can upsell like maybe a call, like a session with the founder or whoever is creating the product. It can be, if you have a return policy of 30 days, you can make it like long return policy for an extra amount of dollars. If there's like another content that is relevant to the other one, you can offer these. You need to be creative eventually. If you can't offer the same product purchase, figure out what's the best option for you. There is nothing that I can say that it's like 100% a good fit for specific stores. I can give you some ideas from what we're seeing that other people are doing, which is usually that. It's either an add-on to their content that is digital, or it can be like a session. I've seen a few guys that are doing that. They're selling courses, and in the one-click upsell, they're doing like book a one-time $200 call with me for 30 minutes. And the rate is like, instead of 500, it's like 200 or something like that. That works as well. And, usually if someone buys your course, they would like to have a chance to have a private call with you. So yeah, you can count on that maybe.
Okay, Ken, just one more, sorry, just one more.
Go for it. I'm here for you, man.
Okay. yeah. What's the difference between the people who they just stick in like 6 figures land versus like the ones 8 figures? Is there anything on the back end that you see that is significantly different from what they do? Or is it just, hey, we sell higher average order value stuff? And
to be honest, all right, so that's like a tricky question because there are so many types of different stores and we're seeing everything out of everything. I can tell you that. Usually the bigger stores will try to customize the funnels more, but usually I see that they eventually go back to the conversion monster because usually it converts back. I can tell you that. In terms of what they're selling and how they're selling, I can tell you that many times it's just more established brands. No matter what you're doing, you need to eventually make your store a brand. And you can do that. You just need to think a little bigger than selling the next product. You also need to think about the experience the customer is going through, the packaging, the shipping time, the support. All of that needs to be top notch. And then, it becomes a brand. The design, you really want to take it to the next level. You want to make sure that there is a consistent experience across the entire funnel and the customer experience, which means your ads, your emails, your storefront, the packaging, everything needs to speak the same language, the same fonts. You need to have very specific rules about your branding. You need to learn about branding. I think too many dropshippers are not even thinking that way. And that's why many stores are dying down because, marketing platforms are changing over time. Today it's Facebook, tomorrow it's going to be TikTok. The day after that, it might be, I don't know, Oculus or like VR or whatever. So the platforms change, brands stay, okay? You don't go and buy Nike because you've seen an ad on Facebook. You go to buy Nike because it's Nike, okay? So you need to build your presence as a brand over time. Yes, you need to growth hack the different platforms to be there, but eventually you need to build up a brand so that people can recognize you and get back. So obviously retention is a big deal here. You want to get customers to get back. You don't want one-time customers. One-time customers are going to end up eventually. If they have good experience, if they love your brand, if the product is good, let's talk about it. The product needs to be good, okay? You don't need to just sell bullshit to people. So the product needs to be good. You need to get them back. All of these factors are great. In terms of average order value, it's really all over the place. I do see a lot of supplements and food companies, different health bars and stuff like that. They're having a pretty low average order value, but they're selling a lot because it's related to food and it's consumable. A lot of brands that have like patents or specific products that are developed by them gets it easier because no one else is selling it. Yeah, I think these are the biggest thing that I see compared to different stores. But I do see a lot of dropshipping stores as well selling in millions every month. The question is for how long they're going to stay. So it's very easy to hack the system for a specific period of time. But if you want to look at it longer, you really need to invest on everything. You need to be good. It's dumb, but yeah, the number one tip is be the best, and then you're going to be the best and you see the results accordingly. People need to stop thinking about dropshipping as like a side gig they're doing. It's a business, a legit business, and like any other business, if you're the best in the market, you're going to win. I've never heard about any brand that is top on second page of Google. It just doesn't work. So yeah.
Okay. Ken, thank you, Ariel, for the advice. Is there any last words that you have for not beginners, people who like want to go to the next level?
I think I just gave it. I think you really need to. You can't suppress any parts of your business. I know it's very tempting as a merchant to always keep focusing on the next campaign, on the next thing we're doing to bring in sales, but you need to have departments, you need to split the work, you need to bring in more people that know what they're doing. Good hiring usually results in much easier business decisions. For us, I can tell you every time that I'm getting the wrong person to the relevant job, it takes more energy than it provides. You'll see some employees are just giving you like bursts of energy, and that's fun and it's good and everything feels good if you get the wrong person. So hiring is key. You need to find the good people, even if it means you need to pay more. Don't be cheap on your hiring, because the thing is, when you have more people, you can focus on different areas of your business while keep growing it. So let's say, okay, your main focus is on marketing. And this is for most dropshipping stores, I know. The focus is on the marketing. You need to bring in more sales. That's fine. You know what? Keep doing that. If you don't trust anybody else to do that, obviously over time you do need to outsource it, or just find a way to take your processes and path them onwards to someone else. But you do want to bring in other people to take care of different departments in the business. That's how you do it. If we talked about branding, you need to bring in someone that is very, very good and know what he's doing around branding. If it's CRO, you want to bring someone who really understands A/B testing and performance, and someone who really understands this area of the business. It's a big deal. Yeah, it's not an easy hire. Probably a couple of $1,000 a month, at least, if you want to find someone who is good. Then, email marketing, you need to bring an expert. You don't need to do anything on your own, but you do need to take care of everything. You can't leave anything on the table if you really want to be successful. Okay, then in terms of retargeting, make sure that you have all the pixels on the website so that you can retarget users all across the board. If there is a new marketing platform, explore it. It's very hard to give this one thing, but I do think that if you nail down hiring, then everything else will probably take care of itself. You want to have set of people that all of them are better than you and what they do in their specific field. Okay, if you brought the business up by marketing, great. Now let's have someone at CRO that is better than you. Let's have someone at support that is better than you in support. Let's have someone in email marketing that is better than you in email marketing. You get the idea. All right, I think that's it.
Okay. Ken. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you, Eric, for your time. Okay, guys, if you want ReConvert, I'll put the link down in the description. You can check it out. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have it already. But yeah, I'll put it down there. Okay. Thank you, Aria, for your time. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I had a great time being here. You are awesome, and I really love talking to you in general. So once you said, what, let's have an interview on my channel, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it right now. So okay. If you ever want this again, I'm down. Just let me know when.
Sure thing.
And thank you.
See you.
Bye.